Hey, welcome to another Monday night here on Near Nirvana YouTube channel and another Team Nerd Cover Lovers. I had to look at the damn name to remember it. My name is West Coast Big Rob. Happy to be here. We'll talk some comic books, and I'm here with Clone Force 99, live and direct.
I had a friend of mine the other day ask me where the cloning facility was for my children. Dale, stop! I'm talking.
It's down the hallway.
This is my life these days. Okay, yeah. You guys have to calm down though.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Okay.
Gives you a purpose.
He needs attention, I guess. Anyway, it's been an interesting week. I've basically worked harder at home than I was at work now that I'm off for the summer. I've been in the backyard,
that's right.
taking down and disposing of a 60 or 70 foot willow tree and trying to dismantle a retaining wall in my backyard. And I got so tired today. My wife thinks this is hilarious now, all these hours later. I was cramping up in 3 different places. My hamstring on my right leg, my quad on my left leg, and then my rib cage on my left side, all at the same time. And I'm running around the house screaming and yelling because it hurt so much. And I didn't know what to do. She's like, get back in the shower, get back in the shower. So I did that. I got back in the shower and I'm in this little confined space. I'm like, no, I can't do it. I can't be in this little confined space. I gotta get out. So it was brutal. But obviously not funny. She's right. I worked way too hard in the heat today, and that is a public service announcement to all of you people.
Don't be a stupid asshole.
Don't be a stupid asshole like me, and stay out there and continue to try to work in 90-degree weather without, I don't know. I mean, I had electrolytes, and I had like 5 things of water, and but apparently it wasn't enough.
It doesn't matter because it's just a reminder that
you belong in the outside.
Nerds don't belong in the outside. Yeah, we belong in our nerd cave, playing with our plastic toys and reading our comics.
You have not trained for the outside. You trained for the inside.
She's not wrong.
Just a reminder you're no longer 21, so you can't do what you used to do.
That is for damn sure.
That's not even it. You have not trained for the outside.
But even still, I don't think there's any age where I would have been okay today. So, but anyway, so that's my day. How was your day?
Just bullshit work like everybody else here. Mondays is always the happiest day of the week. Not really, but. It's funny because you mentioned all those injuries. I've literally woken up from bed with all those injuries. So it's like, yeah, well, let's get some business done. Let's discuss, where's it at? Where'd it go? Mini ass. No, there it is. All right. Remember, folks, try out coverprice.com if you're new to the website. And type in the code Nirvana14, and you get 30 days unlimited cover price for 99 cents. The code is Nirvana14 for 30 days unlimited cover price for 99 cents. Also, stop on by Bird City Comics and check out their great selection of comic books and other stuff. And type in the code TNH10 if you want to purchase one of their items, and you get 10% off their purchase at Bird City Comics. That's birdcitycomics.com. All right. Oh, of course, I gotta mention our DJ for that particular intro. That's Eddie at Beats by Monster on Instagram. Check out his IG. And if Rudy's here, he's our TNH Horseman, our French guy for this podcast. Sensei Rudy at IG. All right. Comments. What we got? We got a lot of stuff. All right, GT, of course, dropping all. Before I move forward, let's say hi to Jeff. Jeff.
What's going on?
It's Jeff.
Happy Monday. Oh, rushing up here to get here.
Where's the short, Jeff?
Catch your breath. It's okay.
Yes.
Just nerds. We all understand.
You have to get Jeff the Landshark now, Jeff. Like a plushie or something. Just to come out with
What's that?
You have to get a Jeff the Landshark plushie as well, just to come out with it every time. Can you hear me?
Yeah, your mic's kind of low. Is it just me, Mike?
All right, let's see.
It seems okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not as loud as you. I don't know how loud I am.
Test.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
I gotta yell, I guess. Because I guess I was speaking too soft. I was gonna say you need a Jeff the Land Shark plushie to come out with every time you come out now. He's like, shut up. All right. Let's check out the chat real quick. Of course, GTK Comics with the master of the emojis and always first to the show. All the as all the emojis he drops. He has more actually. Happy Monday, SheGeek78. What's going on? Sarah up. And let's skip all GT Comics emojis here. And BB Haunted Comments. Can't wait to see some awesome covers. Yeah, there's some pretty good covers on here, I think. I agree.
It's not a bad week.
Yeah, nice. Sweet back boys.
Light, but good. There's some really good regular AB covers.
David LePage. Good evening. Good evening. All right.
Good evening.
LOL, just like the videos I did.
Bruce sent me the funniest video. Oh my god. Really good. I'll share it with you guys later. It's really good.
Happy Monday. All the joys of being married. We all love those joys. All right, let's see what else we got here.
You better be careful. You can get strangled from behind there, Big Rob.
Been really friendly. And hey, there we go. Real Fake Comics. Hey, what up? And still chilling. Hey.
Trish, are you lurking?
She's creeping in the back somewhere. Being the silent majority.
She'll pop in.
All right. So I think that's everybody. I got everybody in the chat. They're all saying hi to each other in the chats. Being really friendly. And let's get the ball rolling. Let's probably press right here. There you go. All right, this is Cover Lovers, and we are Team Nerd Herd on Nearing Nirvana YouTube channel. And incentives. It's not as easy as it looks. All right. Imperial 1. The 1 in 100 by Miguel Marcado. And the 1 in 100 by Adi Granoff. All right, Mike, which one is your favorite?
I don't think there's really a contest here. It's definitely the Granoff. I mean, it's, he's like resurfaced seemingly from the dead almost with these amazing covers over the last couple of weeks. And I'm good with, and actually this isn't the only cover that's like this week. I'm happy to see that Marvel has at least allowed the art to be over the top of some of the trade dresses. So I'm perfectly cool with the trade dress version, but it does look pretty sweet as a virgin. I think it's already selling for quite a bit though. So if you're not willing to throw the high dollars up, you can get the trade dress version. Not too bad. And I don't mind it just because like I said, they've allowed at least his head to be over the top of the trade dress, which obviously Marvel's trade dresses are crap. This one's not any exception to that rule. The Mercado is fine. I mean, it's not a bad cover. It's just, I don't know. It seems to be missing something. It just sort of, it feels more like a 90s cover or a 2000s cover than a modern cover. The Granoff, first of all, let's remember that that's fully painted, which is incredible. And I don't know. There's not a whole lot I can nitpick about it. His head might be a little small. But with that perspective, it's sort of hard to tell. Like if it's an upshot, it would look smaller than that. So I guess it's probably pretty close. I mean, I guess that'd be the nitpick. But I mean, the detail's beautiful, lighting's beautiful, rendering's beautiful. A decent enough backdrop. I think it's a pretty beautiful cover. It's one of my top 3 this week on Cover Fire.
You're talking about the Granoff, right?
The Granoff, yeah. Sorry, I went away from the Mercado pretty quickly. I don't think it's bad. It just feels like a 2000s cover. It's sort of, it doesn't really do a whole lot for me. It's not bad. Great splash page, and a pretty decent like A cover level thing. But I don't think it should be. It definitely shouldn't be a 1 in 100. That's for sure.
Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, if I didn't see the Granoff, I'd be like, the Mercado's pretty decent. But I saw the Granoff. So
well said.
Yeah, the Mercado is There are some issues with it. I do have some issues with it. Someone mentioned the arms look a little off, the legs a little off too, but it's not, it doesn't have to be perfect. So I think the art itself is pretty decent. I just, when you're put it next to the Granoff, I mean, his is like photorealistic almost, like it's almost, it's got this texture to it. It's got the details. And I just love the way he paints. I have a bunch of his covers, especially Star Wars covers.
Yep.
So, like he is one of my favorite artists that paints, for sure.
I wonder how big the canvas is for this.
Oh God, I bet it's like a legit, probably yeah, it has to be, and I just wonder how much that OA is going to cost.
Oh my God, it's thousands. I mean, it's like Perillo stuff where they start at $3,000 or $5,000 and go up from there.
And this would be a nice piece hanging on the wall. Honestly, it doesn't have to be. It has nothing to do with a comic book. It could just be a great art piece. So that's why he wins this round. And obviously that 1 in 100 is probably gonna be hard to find just because people are buying it up, and that's why the price is probably high. And just go ahead and get the trade dress. Just pretend the trade dress isn't there because the art's still there.
Yeah, and like I said, they didn't cover it up; they let it be over the top, so that's nice.
Yes.
Well, I guess I'll be the contrarian. I'll go with Mercado. I like it more.
Really? Because it's purple.
Because it has purple.
Well,
yes, you're damn purple.
And also, I'm not feeling the high school picture on Hulk. And honestly, if you didn't tell me who the artists were, and you just put the art up, I'm not even telling much of a difference. To me, they look like the same artist. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Adi. He just insulted you tremendously.
Adi, it's okay. He ordered the wrong glasses this month. It's just don't even bother. Don't worry.
You know what it is? It's not a Star Wars cover, so he doesn't like it. I get it.
I mean, I agree. The Mercado. There's nothing bad about the Mercado. I think it's blown away by the Granoff.
Yeah, like I said, I told you if it was just the Mercado, I would have been like, that's a pretty darn good cover. But like I said, I'm nitpicking it because I'm putting it next to Adi's. But to each their own. You collect what you like.
Oh yeah, of course. That's our model here. You buy whatever you want. There's a few out there that they agree with me, but to each his own. All right, let's move on. All right, some Storm covers here. You got Storm number 9 by Jeff DeCall, the 1 in 25, and Marvel Knights: The World to Come number 1 by Josh Oswabi, the 1 in 50. Jeff, you'll be first on this one.
Wow. Okay, so I like both of these artists. Sometimes they're, and the truth is a lot of times they're hit and miss. More so Swaby, but I like the DeCall more. I like his art a little bit more. This looks like this is a person, like a real person. I wonder if he had a model for this, because the details on the nose, the lips, the eyelids, like everything is wonderfully realistic. I think the Swaby, I think the thing that doesn't, I like the outfit and everything. I think the hair kind of throws me off. I get the artistic, take that he took on it. But I just like, I get it. They're both just sitting, so I'm gonna take it as I just like the layout a little bit more of DeCall's as well. But I just love the details on her face. The face is just, it looks like a photo. So DeCall gets it for me. And hey, it's a 1 in 25 instead of a 1 in 50. So it's gonna be a little bit cheaper.
Okay, the DeCall for Jeff, if I'm said correctly. Clone Force 99. What do you think?
I think it's the Swaby. I like that one better. I think it's more unique. There's nothing wrong with the Decal. I'm a little bit over Decal these days. He hasn't done anything that's really jumped out at me and said, I have to have it in a while. I like all of his covers. There's nothing wrong with any of them, but the sway is really nice in this particular case. The sort of almost glowing hair, almost as if the lightning is going through the hair, which is great. It's a really cool pose and really hard to differentiate limbs with that costume. And I think he did a really fantastic job with this one. A lot of those details could have been lost if he wasn't good, but because he is, this is a really good cover. I don't mind it with the trade dress, especially that it goes up the side for that Marvel Knights book. The Decal is, I don't know. I think I'm trying to figure out what it is I don't love about it. The face is cool because it's a different take on the face. And I sort of like the layout of it, like you said, and the contrast between the sky and the couch or whatever she's sitting on there. But I don't know. There's just something really unique and shocking about the Swavey. That one really does it for me. It feels like, I don't know. I'm not really sure what it feels like to me, but I'm trying to place what I think it looks like to me. But it'd be really cool as a spot foil to have that hair be done foil. Feels like it would be really cool. I don't know, but
On the Swavey,
yeah, that would be really cool. I mean, they're both good covers, but I'm with the sway on this one.
Well, art wise, I think they're both good covers. I agree on that. And basically, I'll judge it as who would you rather hang out with, the one that looks kind of bitchy or the one that's kind of friendly. I'll go with Swavey. He looks a lot more friendlier than the couch.
Okay, but if I'm in a fight, I want the girl on the couch.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I want that person on my side.
Man, look at the Swavey version. Her hair is literally fucking clouds and thunder and rain and lightning.
That's a pretty good take. That's a pretty good artistic take. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't fail, I guess. But I think if that we're disagreeing, that's old school cover lovers. Because initially, when we started the show, and there was a lot more of us doing the show, that we were constantly disagreeing all the time. And like lately, we just constantly agree on everything. It's kind of fucking boring. Finally, we disagree. All right.
It is, yeah. And
yeah, that's two in a row.
And the sway makes my top 3 on cover fire this week, and the Decal only made the gallery, the Nope gallery at the bottom.
I get it. I don't think you can go wrong with either, to be honest.
No, I definitely wanted to picture it. I wanted it to be in the article because I think it's good, the Decal, but I didn't think it was good enough to hit a top 3 slot.
And I think the Decal, someone was saying, I don't know if they were referencing Decal, but I'm just making an assumption here. They said, "Oh, why does his art look like they're cross dressers?"
That was Igor. Let's blame Igor on that one.
Igor, which artist are you saying this about? Because
do you just think Storm looks like a cross dresser all the time?
I think he's just referencing Storm in general. I don't agree with that comment, but
I think Decal has just stronger features on her face. That's all.
Decal, yeah,
which is fine.
Oh, he said sway.
Oh, I don't know.
Really?
I guess.
Cross-dresser.
Yeah, it doesn't. Huh.
And is that an acceptable phrase these days? Probably not.
I don't know. I don't know if that's offensive. I don't know.
That's why, hey, I didn't certify that. That's blame Igor.
I don't know. I don't think it looks like that anyway, but either way, I don't know. I think it's a super cool cover. I think it's the hair that does it, that sends it over the top. But
all right, let's move away from this cover before we get in trouble.
All right.
Herculoids or Herculoids, number 4, the 1 in 7 from Francesco Martina. There's the black and white. There is a regular color version on this cover. I'm not sure what to make of this. Jeff, we'll start with you on this one.
Okay, so the Herculoids is one of my favorite USA Network cartoons. When I watched, was it Sunday mornings? I think.
Yeah, this one might have been a Sunday morning.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite cartoons. It's like a superheroes from the caveman days, basically, right? I really dug them. Watched it all the time. Now
the original He-Man and Conan, basically.
The his art, like, again, I like his artwork. I just don't like the way he puts too much fog, too much shade, too dark. There's certain things about Matina that I don't know if he does it to hide details.
I think that's exactly why he does it.
But I don't know why he does that, because he can make really detailed art. Maybe it's just a what do you call it, a shortcut, right, to his art. So he doesn't have to. He puts enough detail where he just puts a little fog or shadow over it, where he didn't work completely in detail. And the black and white, I just wouldn't recommend getting it. And I like black and white covers. I like sketch covers. But it's just the color looks better. At least I can see depth. At least I can see a little more detail. I can't make out too much from the black and white. I really have to concentrate in looking at it. So I'd recommend just getting the colored version.
Yeah, I don't see a fucking point on this black and white cover. The color one, it's great. That one works perfectly. The black and white just drowns all the images down. You can't even really see shit. So, but if that's your thing, go for it. But it's not gonna be. It's gonna be probably cover price anyway. So.
I mean, but it looks so flat, right? The black and white, it makes it look flat. If you see the color, there's depth to whatever's in the background, and like the creature. So, I mean, I like that a lot more.
I agree with Trish. They shouldn't be doing these.
Yeah. Like, unless you're doing it on purpose, I don't like them graying, gray shadowing it or whatever. Yeah.
Final thoughts on this Clone Force?
It just washes everything out. It doesn't do anything for me. Even the color's not great. There's too much wide open space and not enough cool stuff going on. It's an okay cover. I'm over Matina, and I have been for like a decade. It just doesn't do anything for me. It's okay. There's nothing wrong. At 1 in 7, well, the regular one is just a regular cover, right? Just a $4 cover.
Yeah.
All right.
Go with that if you like it.
Okay, Francesco, you hear from Mike. Retire, sir. All right.
Or finish your artwork.
I didn't say retire.
Or stop hiding it.
Usually my problem with Matina is his covers are way too dark. And we lose a lot of details.
That's the shit I hate. They drop like I cannot buy another Disney books or another Thundercat books because there's too many fucking covers.
No, there's so many covers.
There's too many covers. It's like there's no to me.
There's a red version. There's a black and white version. There's a pink version. There's a half color version.
I like to be completist with like covers. Dude. I'll be like $1 grand on just in Dynamite books. Get the hell out of here.
Well, I think that's what they want you to do.
Yeah, and that's why I get the hell out of here, Dynamite. Oh, there you go, David.
See?
The contrarian today.
There's always somebody who likes the opposite, which is fine.
Eric, ¿qué pasa, señor? All right, let's move on. All right. Popular book this week. I think I already got wish list in a Midtown, and now I kind of want it. Yeah,
FOMO.
Heroes.
Oh, yeah.
1 in 10, and I believe Trail by God's got the original OA on this one. Congratulations, sir. This is from Francis Portela.
Who has the original OA for this?
So this gentleman on IG named Trail by God's.
Damn, they got it that fast?
Yeah, he has it. So I saw it.
You must know him or has some connect to him.
It's a simple OA, but he has it. All right, Mike, thoughts?
Yeah, I really like this. I mean, I've been on this train so long. The reason why I love RC so much for Transformers is because they never made an action figure of her because they said that boys would never buy a pink girl Transformer when my favorite G.I. Joe figure to play with was Scarlet. So, like, don't assume anything about us.
Is the second one Baroness?
What we do like to play? No, sir. You watch yourself. No, I think my next favorite was Rock and Roll because his gun was so fucking big. I just love that dude.
That's what she said.
Right. Or Roadblock. He was cool as hell too. But either way, so those are probably my top 3. But yeah, I mean, this is great. This has all the feels of the character. Colors are spot on. It's cool, negative space. which I'm a little over, but it works here because it's done kind of subtly rather than like in your face, John Tyler Christopher style. I think it's really good. I think it's perfect at 1 in 10. It'll be hard to find. I had originally featured this on Cover Fire, not realizing it was an incentive, so I had to take it off and was super bummed about that. So yeah, this is a win for me. I'd like to find a copy of this myself.
Yeah, me too. God damn it, Jeff.
The more I look at it, I'm going toward that FOMO with you guys. I do like this art. I like the face. I like how she looks. The negative space is, again, like Mike said, it's not too overdone. There are lines here, so it's not completely like, other than her glove, her hand, that's holding the weapon. I do like the fact that he off-centered her and made the center of the weapon.
Yep, agreed.
You don't see that much often, honestly. I mean, other than Tyler Kirkman doing the half face off of the side, and which I don't like necessarily because he's overdone it too.
That's
so
for sure.
I definitely like this. I like yellow. I like the color, so this works. It's completely the trade dress definitely sticks out a little bit more, and I like it like that. G.I. Joe trade dress is, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't think we can say the same thing about like Marvel trade dresses. So yeah, this is a good one. I'm upset, but now I know this is probably going to be like a $30 book, probably.
Yeah, it probably already is. You have to find this one in a store, I think, or otherwise you're going to overpay.
Yeah, I might have to make a phone call.
It's too bad too, because when I was doing the article, this was still available. I should have bought it. I'm dumb.
Damn.
I know.
You're dumb.
That's all right. Just walk into the store. I'm pretty sure they'll order more than 10 G.I. Joes.
Yeah, most stores around here will.
A Real American Hero, though, the other G.I. Joe book probably up. A Real American Hero, I don't think they have usually a large subscription base, though.
Really?
Yeah, because I believe the other. Because
My stores will order at least 10 copies of this. Every store will have at least one.
I would hope so.
Every one of my stores will get 10 copies of this.
I wouldn't doubt my store gets at least 50 copies.
Because this is the Hama version, and the Hama version has never been popular, which is ironic. But the other G.I. Joe books, the other ones are usually hot, but usually not this particular run. But maybe recently in the last few months has been a little better based on these covers, right? So we'll see. I think the whole chat and all three of us would love to have this cover. Great cover by Francis. Knocked that out of the park.
Let's take care of it.
All right, let's move on. Birds of Prey 22, 125 by Ed
thanks for the big picture, Alonzo. Appreciate that.
And this is the slap my forehead emoji from Alonzo. Of course, Alonzo is our curator for this particular slideshow. Jeff?
Well, my first question is what is Leslie making? Second, okay, I don't know if it's slap my face bad, as Mike might say, but it's not good. it's not a incentive worthy cover. I don't like the position of her head and like that face that she's making. That's just really weird. It's like that's Batgirl in the back, right? But
Yeah.
It's one of them. Is it the Asian Batgirl?
No, I don't think it is. It's what's her name?
Cassandra Cain?
Cassandra Cain, yeah.
Okay.
Kane.
Yeah, that just looks weird. Looks like a bad Black Panther.
That's the design, though. That's been the design for like 20 years or 15 years.
I think it's because
Plan.
I think because the cape is up, it looks more like it's like a collar instead of a cape, just a huge collar. And then I feel like I'm missing the rest of that motorcycle or vehicle. So yeah, this is it's not good. I wouldn't pick it up. Again, I don't know. Well, maybe it could be slap. worthy, but palm face worthy. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Mike?
I don't think it's that bad, but it's certainly not an incentive cover. This is an A cover at best. It's sort of fun and lighthearted and not really great. It sort of just looks like I don't know. It looks like a really decent splash page. I feel like Cassandra Cain's kind of jammed in there a little bit, which is weird because they cropped the rest of it so it would look like it was coming out at you with some stuff chopped off the sides and the bottom, and then Cassandra Cain is like kind of like just smashed in there. So I really don't like it when that kind of stuff happens. It also, I mean, is she that far behind there? Because she looks way too small.
She looked like she's popping out of her head.
Yeah, she should be. It's almost like a little toy version, like sticking up out of her helmet. I don't know. It's weird. It's not a terrible cover, but it's certain. So I don't think it's a face palm cover, but I think it's definitely not great. And I don't think I would even buy this one if it were a regularly priced cover.
That's what we say, Apollo.
Yeah, exactly, Apollo. It's just an interior splash panel on a cover. This is an A cover at best.
Free comic book, in my opinion, for whatever. Let's go. Move on. Laura Kinney.
It's that
Wolverine.
bad. He doesn't want to comment.
He
on
was
it.
talking about it.
It's fucking trash. Let's go. It's Laura Kinney Wolverine 7, 1-25 by Godtail. He's mysterious from the shadows he draws. Mike.
Yeah, this is not great either. There's some cool elements to it. I mean, and I get that it's sort of got that. Oh my gosh, I'm going to forget his name now. The guy who actually originally drew Laura Kinney before she was all new Wolverine. What the heck was that? Ramos? Yeah, Ramos. This kind of has that Ramos feel to it. And in that way, I like it because it's sort of an homage to her earliest appearances in X-Men and some of that stuff. So that's cool.
You're talking about the all new Wolverine cover? That kind of like art?
I'm talking about before that, actually, when she was
in NYX?
When she was in after that. So okay. Like in between, when she was in a couple of issues of X-Men, I think she was either New X-Men or I think it was New X-Men for a little while. So when she was floating around in there between NYX and between All New Wolverine, Ramos was drawing her. And so I actually have a page of that, one of her like really, really early pages. And I sort of like that part of it, sort of this over-exaggerated everything, over-exaggerated emotions, over-exaggerated like musculature in certain ways. And in that way, I don't mind it. But there's just something about this particular one that's a little bit sort of jumping the shark for me, especially Wolverine, as in like Logan Wolverine. I don't necessarily mind Laura or is it Gabby? Is that her name?
I don't even know who that is. No,
I think Gabby is her name.
Isn't that Honey Badger or some shit like that?
Yeah, but I think her original name was Gabby, like before she got a code name. So whatever. So Laura and Gabby are fine, but I think Logan's a little bit like, I don't know. It gives me some Liefeld feels, which I don't love. So I think that's what ruins the cover for me. I think if it were just Laura and Gabby as the forefront and Logan wasn't even on there or maybe in the background, I think it would have been better. She should have been in the forefront.
Because Wolverine looks like the new Wolverine action figure from Hasbro, the Marvel's CanCon version.
Okay, yeah, so Bruce got it. It is Gabby. That's right.
Gabby Scout. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Scout was super brief, though, Bruce. Jeez. Wow. Way to flex, Bruce. It's like
someone reads their comic books.
It's like one issue where she's Scout. It might be two. I don't know. It's not many.
Scout. All right. Jeff.
Yeah. This feels like one of those like late 90s kind of covers. Just the art style. It's a little too over the top. Why
does Wolvie have boobs on his back?
Yeah, someone said he didn't miss leg day. No, you can't tell, but it looks like his knee is so small that if he just kicked hard enough, his calf is going to go flying off his leg. Like that's just so weird. What a weird choice, especially with like the humpback that he has as well. So that's what I agree with Big Rob, where he says like it matches the Marvel Capcom because he's always hunched over. He's a little like like a Wolverine, I guess. There's just so many issues. It's too much going on, too many swirls and stuff. I don't know why. Like, do they have the Phoenix Force or something? Because it's just too much extra to this cover as well. Like, I think if you got rid of that, at least be a half decent cover. But yeah, this is definitely not a incentive worthy cover for me. At best, it's an A, maybe B cover.
It's a cool A cover. I like it as an A cover.
I don't mind as an A cover, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too bothered from the cartoonish Wolverine. I'm cool with it. Like, he's very anime vibe to him, so I'm okay with it. But 125, that's too steep for my wallet. All right. Oh, let's see here. I'm sorry, I missed a lot here.
Oh, you got some comments there?
Yeah, we got here. Look, that's not missed leg day. That's true. Or does Wolverine have boobs on his back? I'm not sure.
Well, that's called Laura Kenny and Honey Badger.
Glowing eyes is a mess. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, he went boobalicious on Laura. She never is drawn that way. That's sort of strange.
Well, he's trying to imitate the actress,
Well, that's why Dad is upset.
The actress, the little kid.
No, she's grown. You've seen her in Deadpool Wolverine.
Oh, she's grown now.
I know that, but does she have big boobs now?
Bigger than my head.
I don't know if they're bigger than your head, dude. They're nice.
Okay.
You suck, man.
Did I say nice? I'm sorry. I meant, yeah, they're medium.
They're medium. I gotta look it up now. Jeez.
Yes, you do. You need to, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Red carpet interviews. Look it up.
She's beautiful.
All right.
Okay. Let's check it out.
All right. Wait a minute. They're coming back with this? Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong 2, number 1, the 1 in 25. But damn, so Godzilla's like multiverse mother effort, dude, because he's in IDW doing his own thing. He's in Marvel right now.
Yeah, wasn't he with Spider-Man?
Yeah, and he's destroying LA and IDW, and now he's in Metropolis. He's a fucking multiversal being traveling through the cosmos here. What the hell's going on?
Maybe Dr. Manhattan's effing with everyone again.
And he's just trying to be imitating Godzilla? Maybe. King has been... All right. So, yeah, this is Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong 2, number 1, 1 in 25 by Kevin McGuire. I went hard on this run last time when it was the original run, and I don't know about doing it again, but Jeff?
I don't know if it's 1 in 25 worthy. It's like, I like Godzilla, like the way he made him look in comparison to Superman. I'm pretty sure that's the only reason why Superman's even in this cover, just to see the size difference. But I kind of dig this close up of Godzilla's face. Get to see the glowing eyes and the power. Yeah, Superman's just kind of one of those. Just kind of pasted him in there.
That red carpet interview and the black thing. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yes.
Jesus. Okay.
Don't worry, sir. You'll get to see her again.
Time travels, Mike.
I know that, but I mean, I didn't know she looked like that now.
I mean, you could say the same thing about what's her name from Stranger Things.
That's true, but she doesn't look like
Nah,
this.
not like that though.
No, you're not wrong. I'm not saying that she does. I'm just saying time changes.
Yeah, I mean, of course they grow up.
Yeah, this is not a bad cover, at least in the sense of like I said, I like the artwork of Godzilla's close up here. It's not crazy detailed or anything like that, but I kind of dig it.
If I remember correctly, some of these incentives from that first run are like low printed and were hard to get.
I'm sure.
and we're going for a pretty good amount of money, if I remember correctly. So at least a few of them were, not all of them, but a few were. So it's definitely something to consider in this particular book. The art itself is awesome. I think the art. So, Mike.
I love the size differential perspective on this. That's a cool idea. I'm not sure the art is great. It's sort of pedestrian in a lot of ways, but at the end of the day, a cover doesn't necessarily have to be great art all the time. It just should be a good composition. I think this is a good composition. I don't think it's great art. So it's probably a pretty decent choice for a low incentive. I think it probably would fit better as a 1 in 10. Although DC doesn't do that, I don't think really. So it's okay. Artistically, it's okay. But compositionally, I think it tells the story it's supposed to tell. So in that way, I give it like a 6.
There you go. A 6 from Mike. Let's move on.
That's a better than average Kevin
Now,
McGuire.
Daphne Keene, on the other hand, a 10.
Oh, hold on. I'm missing I already said that. Okay. It's really nice when even if you don't know this Godzilla book, you post a shout out to who it is.
Right. I mean, he could have artistically made it look bad. I mean, you could mess that up, but he did a good job.
Poison Ivy, 34. The 1 in 50 is also a regular open order book from Swaby again. He's twice on this the show. Mike, I want to hear your thoughts on this one.
Not as good as his Storm from earlier in the show. And an interesting, I wish I knew what the hell was going on in this book. This is like, is she doing some, I don't know.
I mean, if you see where her hands are.
It's a weird, creepy vibe in this particular case. This is one of those cases where I just don't get why anyone would pay 1 in 50 prices for this book when the minimal trade dress version for $5 or $6 is, besides the barcode, literally the same freaking book. So I don't know. That's just a way to waste money, in my opinion. So I don't really get that. I don't mind the art so much, at least on Ivy. The other girl, are we supposed to know who that is, or is that just a random?
According to Chillin, that's Janet from HR.
I never like straight on shots. They always seem weird to me. I like some sort of a curvature or an angle or something like that. So I think that part ruins the cover, but this almost gives like horror cover vibes, which is kind of cool. And I don't hate it, but I don't like it as an incentive. I think it's great for an A or B cover or whatever this is. But I don't think this should have been an incentive. It's good, not great. Good, not great.
Maybe Batgirl? I don't know.
Just in the first cover.
you can make your comments. See now, both of these women to me don't look like they have men face. But I mean, I guess
I don't know. Like Janet from HR a little bit. It's not too much.
I don't know. I've seen that lady. I used to live in Virginia. That there's a bunch of the girls look like that.
You see man face? I don't see man face in either of those. You do?
Yeah.
Janet a little bit.
Okay.
Nah.
She just looks terrified. I think that's, I don't know.
Yeah, like I agree with Mike. I don't know why you would pick the 1 in 50 when it is a minimal trade dress. The barcode doesn't take away from the art. No. The trade dress doesn't take away from the art, and it's in the right spot. Of all the spots on that whole cover, that's the part where I would put the trade dress.
Yep.
This is okay. It's yeah, I would agree the Storm is better than this, but this is not too far behind in my opinion. I dig the art, the details of all of Ivy, especially her outfit, her hair, her that's all great. Yeah, I don't think there's anything really wrong with the art. I just get the trade dress. Save yourself some money this week and use that money to something else. Adam's apple. Where's the Adam's apple? That's her arm, isn't it? Oh no,
on her neck.
I'm pretty sure there's a piece of ivy, going around her neck. So
Looks like a
I'm
lump.
still this. Whoever said it, was it Igor? Said they were much better. Somebody said they were much better Poison Ivy cover. No, Real Fake Comics. That's true. I'm still a big fan of that. What's that Magic the Gathering artist? Seb McKinnon. I love that Seb McKinnon from like a year.
Oh, there's a
ago.
bunch from last year. This is the 34th issue, so yeah.
there's so many great ivy covers. So many
Yeah.
artists have drawn ivy. Artists that we all love. So yeah, there's no way this is in like the top half of them. But
Oh no, definitely not. And that's what I mean. As a 1 in 50, it should be.
yes, I agree.
All right.
Hey, it's better than that hand covered one.
That's for sure.
Let's move on. X-Men 17 by Puppeteer Lee. The 1 in 50 is also a regular open order, but man, they just hitting us hard with the double use of the arts this week. Jeff?
It's okay. So if we're gonna say the same thing about the IV covers, that there's a lot of IV covers, there's a lot of Magic covers, and this definitely isn't in the top either. At least not in my opinion. The left hand looks a lot, arm looks a lot smaller, shortened. Her face kind of gives me like a what was that that the villains in a Batman, the ones who are like the Joker, like it's a Jack, a Ace, a King. I forgot what that gang was called. It was also, they were also on the Batman animated series.
Royal Flush.
Oh,
Yeah, the Royal Flush Gang. Her
Yeah,
face looks like
yeah.
the Royal Flush Gang kind of vibes.
Well, I pulled that out of my ass.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well
well,
done.
you nailed it. Good job, Big Rob. Yeah, and then there's some leg issues too. So like, I'm gonna pass. Look, she got great abs. I kind of get the demonic look. That's great too. But there are some issues with this cover that I really don't like, and I would never get the 1 in 50 version of it. And I don't, the trade dress is just fine. If you're reading this book, just get the trade dress. There's no use in getting the 1 in 50 for this one.
No. Fucking deep memory from hell.
Tell mom.
Yeah, but see, her eyes don't look white. Like it's just there's something to it where it just looks kind of weird, like Jokerish almost with the big smile. I don't know.
All right. It's an interesting cover, that's for sure.
I don't know. What do you think, Big Rob?
Oh, like I said, I think it's interesting. The art is subjective. It's not for everybody, but in general, I like it. I'm not sure what to make of her arm. Like, there's kind of like the decomposing vibe to it. And
She got super short legs.
yeah, the perspective on that frontal right leg's a little off, but not too bad. I've seen a lot worse on this show. I think the hair looks pretty good, and I lost my purple background, so I'm gonna go with that. I don't think he's staying out of trouble, dude. All right, let's move on.
Wait, what does Mike think?
I love it.
Oh, my bad.
There you go.
I actually love it, and I'll tell you why. I think it's especially in the body section, right? So from like the neck to like the knee, the up knee. This has a really, for those some people in the chat will know, I think, and you guys probably will too. This has a very like Boris Frazetta kind of vibe to it.
Okay.
And with the body type as well, the whole package together. The only place where I think it's a departure from that is the hair, which doesn't look at all like Boris or Frazetta. But there's just like a slight, fully painted magazine Warren magazine cover vibe to this that I really, really like. I also love Magic. I love to see her as Darkchild. I can forgive some of the proportional issues here and there. And actually, I don't know that I see them quite as badly as you do. Maybe that right arm is a little small. But I think it's because that left arm is supposed to be the Darkchild arm with all the armor on it. So that one's going to look bigger, which makes the other arm look smaller. Because it's also the foreshortened arm, it looks a little too small to us. I don't really know. But I don't think the legs are an issue. I think because of the angle of the way she's coming at us, I actually think that's probably pretty close to right. But I just really love the rendering. And now that I know that these are painted covers, I have a new love for this artist. So I'm in on this. I really like it. Now, that said, I don't need the 1 in 50. I'm fine with the trade dress version. But I think there's some really, really beautiful, masterful elements to this cover, and I'm willing to forgive the pieces of it that aren't in order to.
I just realized she's coming out of a portal.
Yeah,
I didn't see that earlier.
It's a cool cover. I like it. No, I don't think it's his best. Certainly not. His best are some of the best, but I think this is a really solid cover and well worthy of being an incentive cover.
Or she got cramps, or she got Alzheimer's. I don't know, one of them. But
I like it. I'll probably buy the regular one.
What side?
All right.
What's Ghost? Do you know it? All right, let's move on. All right. All new Venom number 7, homage 1/100. Obviously, homaging the great giant size from back in the day for Amazing Spider-Man. This is by David Baldeón. All right, Mike. I know you love homages.
Nope, I don't. Although that said, I don't see this one very often anymore. There was a little bit of a run on these, like maybe 5 years ago, but it's a clever homage, but I don't love it. I think there's way too many characters on the cover. I get that's the point, and it's part of the homage, and I understand that. But at the end of the day, it didn't work on the original. It doesn't work on this one. So I know that that's a classic cover and all that. But you know, I'm in the boat of just because people call them classic covers doesn't mean they're great covers. So this doesn't translate real well for me. This also feels like a store exclusive rather than an incentive to me. And I don't think I need to explain that. I don't really know if I can pinpoint exactly why. It just gives me the
The
feel.
white background.
That's probably a big part of it. Yeah, absolutely. So no one part of it is terrible. Although I think some of the smaller characters could have used a little bit more detail. Actually, you know what? As I look at it closer, it's kind of shitty. I'm gonna go back on being kind to it. I actually think this is a bad cover. I'm looking at all the characters' faces and stuff. This is like interior art level, just colored like a cover, colored like a store exclusive with interior art level artistry. So I give it a big thumbs down. I actually think this is a crappy cover, and I hate homages. I'm sick of them. So
Yeah, how the fuck are you sagging symbiote off your butt? It looks like it's like sagging the pants on Venom.
yeah, it's not good.
I was gonna say Venom missed leg day for sure.
Yeah. Well,
The upper body compared to his legs, it's not proportional.
he does his calves. Looks like.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's
Jeff?
okay. I'm gonna pick this apart too. So the homages, whatever's. I agree with everybody, especially Mike. I agree. Like, if the original didn't have the extra people in the back, I think it would be a decent cover. At least it's, you know, just there's no need for the people in the background, to be honest. I would probably say the same thing here. I do like the take on the Venom face on the shaped like a heart, but they use like the Venom symbiote, so you got splashes of him kind of leaking out from the heart. I like that idea. But again, this is when I look at this, I'm just like, meh. I know what it is, but meh. It doesn't move the needle for me. I get the symbolism and everything, but meh. Especially it's a 1 in 100. Kiss my ass.
Yeah, no.
Well, you can also just get a trade dress version for like $5. So,
Even if this was a 1 in 25, I'd be questioning myself, let alone a 1 in 100. So, yeah, there's no need. I just get the damn trade dress. Who cares? Still get the homage.
meh.
Yeah, meh.
Looks like everybody in the chat is passing as well.
Yeah, I forgot to tell Mike, go Dodgers. So
Yeah. I was wondering if you're going to do that shit tonight.
oh man, let's go. Store exclusives. What do we got? What do we got? Boom, boobies. All right, Will Jack. Same character basically from a while back, just different pose.
Isn't that Supergirl? Wait, isn't that Power Girl? I mean, wait, isn't that Batgirl? I'm sorry.
Isn't that his girlfriend? Oh wait, isn't that his wife? Oh wait, is that his mistress? Oh wait. Limited to 1,000, cost 55 the set. Of course, it's sold out, and I swear that Will Jack's website is getting botted. I'm pretty positive his shit's getting botted.
I'm sure.
Yeah, because it's every fucking thing he sells now. It's gone in like a minute. So,
well, but it does resell though. That's the problem.
I'm pretty positive shit getting botted. So, before I move forward with you guys, let me see. There's a lot of comments coming through real quick. My favorite artist, baby. Yeah. Oh my god, you guys are talking way too fast. Holy schnickens. All right.
This is all digital, right?
Yep. Fucking hate it. Looks terrible. It's like a plastic blow-up doll.
Oh my god, that's what it looks like.
This chat's going crazy.
It's like in about 50 years, these are what the sex robots are going to look like. Yeah, that's
all right. The chat's slowing down a bit. Jeff, did you like this cover?
Do I like it? I mean, partially yes and mostly no. Do we know what parts? Yes.
Control V Jack, baby.
I really wish
copy paste
these weren't digital. I'd give them more credit.
Nope.
I mean, that's still not saying much, just because.
Can't wait for those.
Stop lying, Jeff. Look, this basically looks like a person, a photo shoot for Playboy, is what it looks like.
The right side one does. The left side one,
yeah.
Like I said, looks like a plastic blow-up doll.
Yes. So that's a lot of rubber vinyl-ish going on here. I mean, would I give him credit for anything? I mean, cool. He did the tan line for the bikini, and he's big deal. It's so art wise, I'm sure it's fine, but again, I've seen this face at least 100 times in the last 2 years. It's all the same to me. I'm pretty sure that's the same boob size as every other character he's ever drawn. What can I say?
Jeff's reading this one for the articles.
Jeff likes her personality.
He's reading it for the ads. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right.
She basically looks
those
like
X-ray goggles.
Some girl on social media that's overtouched and just over-sexualized.
Overtouched.
I was being kind there, sir.
Unintended.
Very much so. Yeah, so it's whatever. Because it's all the same to me. His artwork.
It's an
Nothing
old
new.
girlfriend he didn't nail in high school.
This is
Jesus.
definitely his dream girl. It's like what's her name from Ridgemont High? You know, it's that scene over and over to him.
Oh
He
man.
just keeps seeing the same girl. So no, I would personally these are not for me. It just isn't. Like I like a sexy cover, but this I'm not gonna buy into the Wheeljack anymore. I don't even know if I have any Wheeljack covers, to be honest.
I am proud to say I have 0
I think I have 0
yes,
too.
PBK,
and never
still.
have owned one.
Honestly, I don't think I have one. I was trying to think of maybe one of those old Poison Ivy Harley Quinn ones, but I don't think I have any of those.
Nope.
So,
I missed all
yeah,
of them.
I would just pass on it. This is not for me. It's $55. Kiss my ass.
Well,
Yeah,
back you off.
That's about right.
yeah, I guess so.
$55 too.
I told you in 50 years, we'll jack you off for sure. They're gonna have those sex robots looking just like this.
Did you buy it, Mike?
Did I buy this?
Yeah.
You know that I did not buy this. Didn't even know it existed. There are so many good Pop Kill covers. Why would I want this one?
All right. No final thoughts on Mike. Okay.
I own 0. Yeah, I gave my thoughts. Plastic.
Oh,
Bullet,
that's right, that's
it's all
right.
digital.
Mhm.
I think this is trash. I think this is copy paste trash.
I know it does look very AI-ish, but he's one of the few artists that actually record himself completely and post it, so he proves that he's not doing AI art. He does it for every piece, pretty much.
I would rather that. I would rather
No.
see whatever he does on blank sketches and use those as his covers if he's that good.
I
Do
think
that
what
stuff.
he's doing too much digital overlaying. Like it just feels like it's AI art.
It
The
does.
highlights, yeah.
Yeah, the highlights is that's just too much. Like just kind of keep it a little more natural. His art is good. He draws perfectly fine.
Hey,
The
I
fact
didn't
that he
mind the
overtouches
JSC.
it.
Igor, I didn't mind the JSC for Pop Kill. I actually thought it was pretty decent. I did not buy one, but I actually thought it was a pretty decent cover.
God, $100. Yeah.
For the set, 100 plus is what it's doing, or is
Well,
100%?
For J. Scott Campbell, that's $100.
No, this set, I think that's what I don't know. Igor said 100. I don't know. That means $100 or 100%. He agrees.
Oh, 100% he agrees. Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was
yes, I agree, Derek. His traditional art is great.
good. I want to see more of that. I wish I could see that. That's what I want to see then.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
got some talent, but just the finished product looks like AI.
Yeah, and that's weird, but yeah,
I'm sure he everything. I'm sure he drew. It's just like we're saying. It just looks too digitized.
Yep. Weird Science. There you go.
Oh,
Nice. Good reference.
a
I
little
love that
Kelly
movie.
LeBrock.
Kelly LeBrock. Nice.
oh my gosh, you're right. She was probably wearing that same exact outfit.
Give me
Actually,
the keys, Lisa. I can drive. Give me the keys.
All right, let's move on to the next cover.
That's halfway up my ass, but other than that, I'm perfect.
There you go, more TNA for you. You know it's Alonzo doing this fucking thing. All new Venom 5 for John Todd and Christopher. Limited, we don't know. Cost, we don't know. Mike.
This one I don't mind too much, but I mean I know it's the fourth version of this thing, so I'm over it already. And I get that these artists want to go back to the well. If something sells out, why not like just redo it and use the same face and all that kind of thing. But I'm over the whole negative space thing really overall. I did like that Scarlet cover earlier. I realized
you did, Apollo.
I did, like I said, I did like that Scarlet cover earlier, but I mean, that's an exception rather than the rule for me. I'm just sort of over this whole thing. It just does nothing for me. I don't like if she weren't wearing that, I wouldn't even know what this was. I wouldn't know who the could be Pop Kills. It could be what's that Titans comics things that always has the nudies on them. Gun Honey could have been like it could have been any of those things. I don't know, just cute girl on cover. Repeat, change costume. So it almost has that Zenoscope cosplay cover feel to it now at this point. I don't know. Nothing going on in the background. Boring to me. It's good art. He's good. I mean, I like him. He's a really nice guy. and very talented. But he just goes back to his well too many times, like action figure covers for 7 years and then these for 5 years. And like, come on, man, I want to see you do, it's like branch out a little bit, man. Let's see what you really got.
Yeah. He's doing those Power of the Force covers now for Star Wars too.
Yes.
Yeah, but they're not negative space covers, are they?
Right,
Yeah,
which is good. That's good.
Yeah, he's sucking me on those. I'm all in on those.
Well, it just means he's a good artist. It's just stop doing the damn negative space gig.
He's an excellent artist. There's no doubt.
All right, Jeff. Thoughts?
Yeah. So, I do agree. The one with the jeans, the Mary Jane that was wearing the jeans, I think that one's better than this one.
Agreed.
That's
what we looked at 2 weeks ago. Yep.
Yeah, I do like the way he drew her face. I like the fact that he got the eyes right. There are green eyes. Mary Jane has green eyes. So, like, I mean, quite honestly, if I saw this woman on the street, I'd be like, "Whoa, that's a real beautiful woman." But the rest of it, I just he's made 4 covers of these already, right? So now, not only is the negative space getting old, now this cover is getting old, and I don't even think it's been released yet.
Nope.
No.
So that's telling you something right there, that I'm already getting sick of this cover and it hasn't been released.
Right. I'm right there.
She looks like Dakota Johnson.
Kinda.
Yeah,
Kinda. Like she's got a couple of different Hollywood actresses' looks, and I'm perfectly fine with that. That's beautiful. That's great. I'm not buying 4 of these different covers. And the price that he has them at, I'm not even gonna buy one probably. So yeah, this is. I mean, I might get the jeans one, but again, I'm not buying 3 extra covers along with it. And
Terry, I would love to see what you just described. Her with the sunglasses on, the entire top of the suit, just the red, and only that one stripe in the blue. That would have been nice. Yeah. I would have liked that.
Yeah, if you don't go too overboard with the negative space, perfectly fine. This is going way overboard. But he's nothing wrong with the art. There's nothing wrong. I can say nothing wrong about his art.
All right, we do have one more cover. I'm not sure if it's on. Hold on, let me see. No. Okay, so this is a last minute entry, which I want to pull out.
You got it?
Hold on. Yeah. Hold on
oh, yeah. That's a good cover. I know what you're pulling up.
Okay.
Hold on.
I was like, this can't be the last one. Didn't we talk about this?
No, I didn't add it to the deck right now, that, but it's from the 5 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. This is on the East Side Comics website, but I think there's other retailers selling this. So the $30 cover, it's limited to 1,000. There is COAs through the East Side at least. So let's just let's go with this one. All right, Mike, thoughts?
Yeah, I do. I like this, and I think this is sort of back to older form for this Delato. Especially the side that sort of fades off into red. That's really cool. That's a nice touch. I like that. I like the crackly lightning done thin rather than like this big ridiculous thing in the background. I think there's a lot of really subtle, cool details here. He doesn't overdo it with the green, which a lot of Doom covers do. I think it's a nice muted. You know that it's green, you know it's the right suit, but it's not just like in your face green. I think this is a great cover. I really do. I actually don't mind the trade dress this time.
It actually looks pretty good. For Marvel, it's amazing.
You know what it's giving me vibes of? The movie.
Yeah, this is has the 60s stuff on.
And I think that's a smart choice because it's a very like a font from the 60s. You're matching the fact that that's what they're born out of. All of that stuff, that's a good match.
That's probably Disney interjecting with the Marvel fonters and saying, let's do better. Let's try this one.
Well, let's hope that keeps going.
I think this is at least back to as good as he was on those Annihilation covers way back in I guess that's the early 2000s. I'm not sure when those came out, but with those Silver Surfer covers, and there's a Thanos cover, and some of those are some of his great early covers that are not huge incentives. And I think this is right up there with that. talent-wise. I think this shows off what he's capable of. We haven't really seen a whole lot of what he's capable of in a long time.
100% they're doing the second print of this
Well,
version.
they I know it's a store exclusive, right? But Marvel owns the art. They can easily reprint this damn thing.
They've done that. They've literally reprinted store exclusives with other stuff.
I've seen it, yeah, because they made a virgin version of it, right, or a different color version of it. Background.
Oil, glow in the dark,
for sure. For me, like, okay, so I thought we saw a Delato Doom not too long ago, where it was just the face. Is that correct?
No, that was a Granoff.
Oh, okay.
Which was great.
Which was great. Yeah, everybody loved it. Yeah, this is great. I'm so happy that the background is this at least a little more brighter red-ish, pinkish background. It's not this black background covers overly shadowed. Because I swear Delato does that too much too. With this, perfect. I love the details. I love like how what do they call those tackles or whatever for the cape?
The things that hold the cape on?
Yeah, whatever the heck they call those. I like the details. Like it's not perfectly like just like this. It's laying on his chest like it's supposed to, like it would look like. I agree with Mike. The red brushing on the right hand side, on his right side, great. The details of the power, just the face. Not the face, the mask. Everything's great about this. Honestly, I'm gonna be surprised if I don't get one.
Oh yeah, BBB that X-23. One of the prizes in my collection. I love that cover. That her on the gargoyle rooftop. Oh man, what a great Delato. Maybe his best cover ever. Yeah,
it's just all the details, the outfit, everything is great. I dig it. Oh, can't say anything wrong. This is one of the better store exclusives for sure.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're finishing off with a winner today. That's great.
What do you think, Big Rob? This is one of your favorite characters.
Oh yeah, it's I literally went up to the edge. I want to buy it, but it's like it's still there because it's 1,000 copies.
Right.
So it's enough to be on here for at least for a few weeks. Eventually, probably sell out. I'm thinking it is spread out to multiple stores. So
I would think it sells out just because also Doom is going to be the thing going forward. He's just going to be that popular where if it's sitting somewhere in a few weeks and we get closer and closer to with more Fantastic Four trailers and stuff like that, this book's going to be gone soon enough before you know it.
I agree. So
Bruce, that unknown version of that reprint for that Delato, did you notice how different the colors are on that than the original? It's a really different cover. It's like there's no mistake when you have them side by side. They're so different from each other. That X-23 cover from Delato. Sorry, didn't mean to.
You know what this feels like? He's walking through a mist of blood.
Yeah.
That's what this really feels like. He did some really bad things, and now he's just walking through the mist of blood.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great. This is him back at his height. This is fantastic.
Yeah, love me some Dr. Doom. Can't get enough. All right, let's move on to the end. Yay, Mike.
All right, so Cover Fire is back, as most of you have seen, in a shortened version now, which I actually really prefer. I'm just doing sort of a little gallery of a few extra covers that I like at the bottom, and just giving you my top three. Some of the trade dress versions of this week's incentives are on there, so you'll probably not be surprised by a couple of them. That drops tomorrow, late morning, early afternoon, depending on your time zone at CBSI. That's comicbookinvest.com. Go over there, check it out, drop a comment. I love to chat with people.
Yeah, go check it out. I'm sure the people who read your cover fire will appreciate your new format because you just saved them a lot of money because you had a lot of covers on there before. That's
did.
a lot of money to spend, sir.
I did. And the whole point of the article was to save people money, not to make them spend too much. So
Yeah.
I just put my top 3 up there. And then there's a little gallery of maybe 5 or 6 more on the bottom that were like, almost, but not quite. Like the Decal, for instance. The Decal Storm is down in that gallery this week. Good cover, not great cover. For $4, though, hard to go wrong.
Yeah, go check out BBB on YouTube as well.
Spread the love.
Yeah, I saw his IG and I was like, oh crap, he does YouTube too. And I was like, then I saw his YouTube and I was like, oh, I've seen him before.
That's how it is. All right. I think that was it. Thank you for Alonzo for creating that beautiful deck tonight. And
yeah, thanks for getting me in trouble with the Wheeljack stuff.
yeah, there you go. Let's snap these out really fast. Remember, stop by coverprice.com and type in the corner 14 for 99 cents on a limited 30 days. And also stop by Burst City Comics and type in the code TNH10 for 10% off your purchase at burstcitycomics.com.
The disclaimer, sir?
Oh, yeah, Mike. Disclaimer.
Mr. Mike?
Oh, yeah. No artists were harmed in the making of some artists might have been harmed a little bit, but they'll recover.
Emotionally, yeah.
Emotional damage.
We weren't nearly as nice this week as we have been in prior weeks. So don't take it personally, anybody. Will Jack.
Look,
Hey.
we like your art. Just
Art is subjective. Buy what you like.
It's just our opinion.
Yeah. And you know what? Today, we all didn't have the same opinions. That was great.
Yeah.
I like that we show what we like. And yeah.
Yep.
Appreciate the chat tonight. They were very lively. Full house on the chats. And
Thank you.
drop a like, a comment. Tell us what you guys think. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel. And if you want to do it right, be a comic cover whore for life. Good night, everybody.
Again.